talk about what it was like filming, break down my own fucking deep dive, talk about things that were going on around things, how things have changed, anything like that. So the first person is Sasha Fontaine. I watch episode 1, 2 and 3. I react to some stuff. I don't want to give too much away. The podcast is 1 hour and 20 minutes. Well, it's 1 hour, 21 minutes and 56 seconds if we're going to be precise. It'll go live at 8 o'clock tomorrow on YouTube and Spotify at the same time. And my link for all that sort of stuff is in the bio. So it's Talk Facts, Season 2, Behind the Deep Dive. Thank you for the heart maze, guys. Yeah, it's a crazy one. It's weird for me, that, because like the first deep dive I did on YouTube was like 2 years ago. 2 fucking years ago. Things have changed quite a bit. Can you guys hear the noise? Right, I've got a new chair. My new chair. Oh, I can't really see. Hi, Merlin. Got like a new beautiful chair. It's got a massage thing for me back. And it is going off right now. And I love it. I don't want to be like sitting on live and you guys just hearing it bzzz, and me looking very relaxed. It doesn't have an on and off switch. I bought one though that's going to arrive tomorrow, like a thing for it. Can you hear it or not? Don't lie to me. Don't lie to me, you bastards. What in the alphabet? This is what you were into though, isn't it, Mark? You told me to dress up like this. No, you can't. This seems like a kind live. It's not. So we have the podcast coming out tomorrow at 8 p.m, going live on YouTube and Spotify at the same time. Episode 1, Sasha Fontaine, Behind the Deep Dive. Oh, dude, thank you so much. So we're looking at, literally, we're watching all 3 deep dives. I'm breaking it down, talking about shit that was going on, reacting to stuff that I haven't reacted to before, people talking about me, all sorts of different things. Hey Mabel, Happy New Year, hope you have a great time. The next month, because we're going to go through it in order, next month will be Geordie Princess. Fucking hell, I'm not looking forward to that. Thank you for the gifts, guys. All right, back at you, Mark. You have a good night, man, look after yourself. So yeah, episode 1 that's out tomorrow is 1 hour and 21 minutes. Hour and 21 minutes, all about Sasha Fontaine, the Bond villain with the big nose. Oh, let's say I've never seen somebody look so much like a Bo Selector character in real life. Evening, Eggy. Apparently she's partying in Ipswich tonight. I don't know what happens at Ipswich, but never mind. Hey Jade, thank you for all the gifts, guys. Calm down. It's the fucking Luke the Judge glasses. Thank you. I'll come on tomorrow, I think, and do some reactions. I'm not drinking tonight. I'm going to meet parents. I've got Northern Monk Zero beer or whatever. I've not had that one before. My older son's going out, so I'm like basically just, being in reserve, aren't I? Thanks, Mouse. This is Berlin right now. I'm getting hammered tonight. Well, use protection. Use protection, Jade. Happy New Year to you as well. Honestly, dude, fucking chill with the gifts, man. I appreciate you, but just chill. But yeah, so it's like season 2, isn't it? Season 2, episode 1, new podcast. So we're doing one. I know what you meant, Jade. I'm just a cheeky bastard. So episode 1 is all about Sasha Fontaine. So every month I'm going to do a Behind the Deep Dive. So it'll run in order of the first deep dive I ever did. So the first one was obviously on Sasha, so we're going over the Sasha stuff and reacting to stuff. The next one will be Geordie Princess, then it's Sam Pepper, then I don't know who else, to be honest. But obviously, like, the way it ran, like the way I released the deep dives, it was Sasha 1, Sasha 2, Geordie Princess, Sam Pepper, Sasha 3. But what I'm doing is when I hit one person, I'll do all of theirs in the one podcast. Don't recommend the Foster's no alcohol. It's oh God, really? You can't wait, Kerry. To be fair, like, you know, I'm going to talk about everything. I'm going to talk about Tattle in the podcast. I'm going to talk about comments I received. I'm going to talk about where things are now. I'm going to talk, like, also, a lot of it was like blind reaction. Like, it was 2 years ago, and I was like, shit, I forgot she did this. This is insane. It is tomorrow. It releases at 8 p.m. on Spotify and YouTube at the same time. So... and it's over an hour and 20 minutes. It's 1 hour, 21 minutes, 56 seconds. Do you know what I mean? And I'm only coming on briefly here because I've just come in from taking him out. And I'm going around with my parents for New Year's, having a buffet on early for my nieces. Do-do-do. You want to sleep on the bed, Merlin, but you'll have to come off there. When in the month? Tomorrow? Well, it's going to be hopefully the first of every month. First of every month. Yo, Nick. Because it gives me a chance. Like, the first podcast I did, obviously this is all under the Talk Facts. The first season I did, I interviewed people, but it was such a ball ache. Like, I enjoyed doing it. And there's some really great episodes. I mean, like, regardless of what you think of Tam, I mean, me and Tam don't speak anymore, but that was an interesting podcast, I think. The one with Nikisha, the young girl that Paul Breach turned up and stayed at her house and stuff. Tess Flock, an amazing activist for animal rights and so on. 3 great podcasts, but it was so hard. Like, everyone was like, I want to be on the podcast. But then it's so difficult to film without any noise issues, without editing. Now I've got the dog. It's a lot more difficult to have time to just sit down whenever to record. You too, Nick. So this way I thought, look, I'm only relying on me, aren't I? I'm only relying on me. I sit my ass down and just talk about what went on behind the deep dive. I could look in my deep dive folder and see if there was things that didn't make the deep dive and talk about them, or things that have happened afterwards, things to react and stuff. Oh yeah, Kerish's an absolute wet wipe. I'll set notifications for YouTube. It should be on there now, the thumbnail. So if you go to YouTube, which links in bio if you're not already following. Thanks, Karma, you too. You know, so yeah, if you go there now, the thumbnail's there. The witch hat isn't on it, and so you can set notifications on, and you'll get that. And you'll get that. I mean, that's appropriate, isn't it? That is appropriate. Somebody take a screenshot of this immediately. I cannot. Okay, now. So you set a reminder to remind you. It's also out on Spotify as well at the same time. Because it is filmed in a way that, like, yes, obviously there's visual stuff if you want to watch the YouTube, but obviously it's the audio from the YouTube is obviously the podcast edition, and I don't go like, hey, look at this that nobody can see in the podcast. We're talking about it as well, so it goes along like that. It is very fitting, isn't it? And the next one, so next month's, which will come out February 1st. Well, actually, yes, the next one will be February 1st, and that'll be Geordie Princess, which, my God, I can't even remember how many deep dive episodes I did on that thing. And then there's, yeah, in the Sasha Fontaine one, I react to a few things that I've not given my thoughts on and stuff like that. So, yeah, so the podcast episode dropped tomorrow night, 8 p.m, on YouTube and Spotify. I will be live tomorrow beforehand, talking about it. I might do my reactions, actually. I might come on at 6, do my reactions, and then lead it on to that. I remember them ones. I've done a hell of a lot of deep dives now, you know. I was looking at the playlist, I was like, fuck me, I can't remember what I've done. I don't want to fucking go, man. I'm sitting on this chair, my new chair with a massage thing in. Doesn't make me want to go anywhere. Have a look at the playlist and have a look at deep dives, and that's not just the crime ones. For fuck's sake, did say the number on it. 46 fucking deep dives. Jesus Christ. I know some of them will be like a person twice, 3 times or something. Be afraid 2025. Well, this is it. You see, this is the thing, right? I do a lot more reactions now, which I like doing, and I pick and choose the deep dives a little bit more, and I don't... Like, I know who I'm doing. I know who the next deep dive is, and I've been planning it for a while, so... Like, you know, I plan more in advance and things like that, and try and make them bigger. I've followed now to a bit of... Years and always loved your content. Thank you, Em. I appreciate that. I really do. So I'm going to be doing more reactions, less deep dives, but bigger deep dives. Let's put it that way. The first person that I'm going to do a deep dive on next year. Do you know what they're going to say? When we've seen all of this, it's going to be. It's going to be one of those deep dives where I have to say, in this deep dive, I'm going to show you this behaviour, this behaviour, this behaviour, this behaviour of this person. This is somebody who's been racist on the app. This is somebody who has, you know, obviously used slurs, people who've enabled PDFs, people who've said the most vile things. I mean, like this person... I've done videos on this person in the past on YouTube, but this is a deep dive. This is categorising everything and showing it all. Can I do Tara Attfield? I'd fucking rather not. I think you need to phrase that again. So, I have done a video on Tara Attfield, to be fair, but Tara Attfield, the video I did on her has a hell of a lot of views on YouTube as well, done really well. And it really picked off recently, so I don't know whether people are more interested in knowing who she is. So that may be somebody I might visit, but I think people are understanding who's next. And I won't be putting out a date for it either, it'll just happen when it happens. I've had a folder, I've been organising things for it for a while. It was going to be the last one of the year, but I held it off for... The fuck was my last... Oh, for Brummie Arcade. I decided to do that one first. Thank you for the gifts and the heart me's, guys. You've been far too nice, the lot of you. Even though you're average, I did see a message and was like, oh my god, it's a huge message. I will get back to it at some point. I just, my initial reaction for big messages is to freak, but give me some time, because I thought it might be interesting to maybe come on my stream and tell your story if you wanted to, but I'm not going to like make promises. I've signed up to your YouTube, but I don't think I'm seeing everything you put out. You might not. The best thing to do is to hit notifications next to the subscription. I've done a deep dive on Father Bennett, to be fair. Like, there's some people that yeah, Happy New Year, everyone, obviously. There's some people that I keep in people's memory just by reacting to them. So when I do my reactions, like Father Bennett often comes up, so I tell people, fucking hell. That is definitely not the actual Sasha Fontaine. I had a look in my deep dive at her profile. I was like, oh, well, not a deep dive, this podcast. I was like, let's have a little look at her. Fuck me. She doesn't change, does she? I've never seen somebody look so much like a Bo Selector character in real life. Honestly, the woman... The funny thing is, I think when I dealt with Big Nose Fontaine a while ago, I was a lot... Let's just say I was in my infancy, and I was trying not to be too nasty. But now I just fucking love roasting these wrongins. I couldn't give a flying fuck. I mean, this woman called me, what is it, PDF? She's called me an S-offender several times. She's called me obviously fat and all that sort of stuff. She's done all that. Well, Sasha, you're alone. You're alone. You have no one. With a huge ass fucking nose. So, Oh, sorry, Geordie. Bloody hell. Thank you for the gifts there. What do you think of Evil Queen? She dropped a racial slur the other day. I'm done. Like, literally. It's on my Instagram. That's another thing as well. People should follow my Instagram, because sometimes people are like, oh, you don't say this or you don't pull that up. Well, I do when the video gets taken down, so it's on fucking Instagram. Have you got the story of her spitting on someone? What, Sasha? No, I haven't. It's too, it's too late. The podcast is done. She's so horrible about cancer patients. Well, cunts. People are cunts. People are cunty-flavoured cunts. But yeah, so the first episode of the podcast, well, season 2, is up for going. So we're doing behind the deep dive. So I'm watching all of the deep dives on a particular creator, talking about it, breaking down my bloody deep dive as well, critiquing me fucking self, talking about what didn't make the cut on the deep dive, talking about things that I haven't, reacting to things I haven't seen, things I've chosen to ignore as well, but then we'll address it because of the podcast. Talk about Tattle, talk about Sam Payne, talk about Way Too Feisty, talk about all that shit. Right, there's a lot, because it was just for me to just... And it also brings it into the minds of people who don't know who it is. You know what I mean? Oh, you're definitely in it, Sam. I was like, oh shit, yeah, I forgot about all that in the third deep dive. You should do... Well, people stop saying you should do. Like, I'm not doing anybody, alright? Consensual, alright? Okay, now phrase things better. You should do... Yeah, so it'll go live 8 o'clock on Spotify and on YouTube tomorrow, 8 p.m. Happy New Year to everyone as well. That's all I've come on for, really. I'm going to go now anyway, because I need to leave. How's my back? I've got a back massager at the minute going off on my chair, which is helping quite a bit. Right, I'm going to go. It's a turn of phrase, don't be oversensitive. The irony in you saying that is fucking unbelievable. How to know that somebody doesn't understand sarcasm? Right, okay. I hope everyone has a fucking fantastic New Year's Eve. I will be on tomorrow, probably around 6ish, doing my reactions, and then we'll go in to the deep dive. Alright? Well, not the deep dive, I keep saying fucking deep dive into the podcast. Like the response, Ruthie. Right, okay, I'll catch you all later, guys. Peace.